Phase 2, Mindful Leadership. From awareness to responsible leadership. Welcome to Wisdom Coaching. In this episode, we continue our journey in the Mindful Learning series with Phase 2, Mindful Leadership. In our previous phase, we explored mindful living, the practice of awareness in everyday life. Now we ask an important question. How does awareness influence leadership? Leadership is often understood as the ability to guide others. But before we guide others, we must first guide ourselves. This is where mindful leadership begins. It begins with awareness of how we think, how we feel, and how we respond. In many situations, leaders are faced with pressure. There may be uncertainty, disagreement, or urgency. In these moments, reactions can happen quickly. However, quick reactions do not always lead to the best outcomes. Mindful leadership introduces a simple but powerful practice. Pause before responding. This pause creates space for thinking. It allows leaders to observe the situation more clearly, consider different perspectives, and choose a response that supports constructive outcomes. This is not about slowing everything down. It is about improving the quality of decisions. Another important aspect of mindful leadership is responsibility. Leadership decisions often affect many people. A single decision can influence a team, an organization, or even a family. For this reason, mindful leaders consider not only immediate results, but also long-term impact. They ask, is this decision fair? Will it support stability? Does it contribute to trust? Trust, in fact, is one of the most important outcomes of mindful leadership. People trust leaders who are consistent, thoughtful, and respectful. Trust is built over time through small actions. Listening carefully. Responding calmly. Following through on commitments. These actions may seem simple, but they create strong foundations. Mindful leadership also requires the ability to manage differences. People have different experiences, perspectives, and expectations. Without awareness, these differences can lead to conflict. With awareness, they become opportunities for understanding. By listening and reflecting before responding, leaders can create dialogue instead of division. This approach strengthens relationships and encourages cooperation. In many ways, mindful leadership is not about control. It is about creating conditions where people can think clearly, communicate openly, and work together effectively. Let us end with a reflection. In your experience, what makes leadership truly effective? Is it authority, or is it the ability to remain aware, thoughtful, and responsible in every situation? Mindful leadership reminds us that leadership is not only a role. It is a practice. A practice of awareness, responsibility, and thoughtful action. Thank you for listening to Wisdom Coaching, Emoji. If you found this meaningful, please like, subscribe, and join me in the next phase of the Mindfulness Learning series. See you in Phase 3.